Page 47, Chapter 9, Banjo Imitato, Chord Progressions, and a sneak peek at how to improvise. Starting with, on page 47, Banjo Imitato, a quick description of what it is about. What is supposed to happen is the teacher, being me, I suppose, for now, plays one line, 4 measures, while the student listens and watches the tablature, and then the student joins in, second time through, playing along with the teacher, imitating what the teacher just did. Once you become proficient at any of these exercises, you can, of course, play right along from the beginning. So each exercise I will play twice through, and you can listen and then join in the second time, or try playing right along both times. Starting with number 1, the metronome for now will be set at 50 until further notice. Number 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 3, C chord. 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 4, also on a C chord. Remember, ring finger on the first string, 2nd fret when playing the C chord. 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 5, back to a G chord oriented exercise. 1, 2, 3, 4. Page 48, Banjo Imitato continued. Number 6. And with number 6, remember on those second string 5th frets, keep your ring finger in place on that note for as long as you need it, rather than having to pick it up and put it down every time. Metronome still at 50 throughout. 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 7 starts on a D7 chord. 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 8 also goes with a D7 chord, but the actual D7 chord doesn't actually come into play until the third measure of number 8. Number 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 9. 1, 2, 3, 4. Page 49. and this is how to use the stuff from Banjo Imitato. The text is on the previous page, but now I'm on page 49 where it says try playing it through, and I made up a silly song to go with this chord progression at the top of the page. I'm going to play that through twice and sing my silly song. Then I'm going to go down to measure 9, which is based on that chord progression. And even though there's not a repeat sign, I am going to play it twice. And that could be a sample solo for you to play through this chord progression. Metronome still at 50. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nobody plays it like me. Nobody plays it like me. Taking this banjo on my knee. Nobody plays it like me. Nobody plays it like me. Nobody plays it like me. Taking this banjo on my knee. Nobody plays it like me. Measure 9. At that point, you would go back to another verse. I don't have any other verses written, so I'm not going to sing more of it for you. But I will flip the page now to page 50, which gives you a second half to the solo from measure 9 through 16. So that's page 49, measure 9 through 16. And then I'm turning the page, and I'm going to play the top of page 50 and play measure 17 to the end of those two lines. Metronome still at 50. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now I will combine the solo back on page 49, which starts at measure 9, and I will continue right on to page 50, measure 17 on, putting those two solos back to back so you can see the various ways that are possible for interchanging licks and improvising through this progression. And of course, the way you can mix and match these licks are infinite in possibility. Metronome at 50. Solo on page 49 to start. Before I continue, I should let you know you'll have to memorize that solo on page 49 in order to run that in to page 50, unless you have a very quick hand to turn the page. So your first homework is to memorize the first half of the solo. Here we go again. Sorry to fake you out there. Page 49. 1, 2, 3, 4. Page 50. Now notice right there, I went back to that accompaniment pattern at the top of page 49. And there is also a shorthand version of that accompaniment that you will see on page 50. Sort of in the middle of the page, you see a series of measures with a chord symbol stuck in each measure. And that just represents the order of the chords in this pick and pluck method of accompaniment. That equals one measure of G, and then there's a second measure of G, the same pattern, and then your accompaniment pattern for C twice, your accompaniment pattern for D7 twice, and then it returns to G in the last two measures, and then repeats back to the G at the beginning. So that's your shorthand form of the progression, so you don't have to read all of that extra tablature of picks and plucks. So now I'll take the metronome up to 100. It's a lovely sound it makes. And I will sing the song with the accompaniment twice through. Then I will play the solo from measure 9 right on through page 50, which takes you right through measure 24. And then I will go back and sing the song and maybe just strum a chord at the end for now. I haven't taught you any endings yet, so we'll get to that later. So here goes nothing. Nobody plays it like me. Sorry again for my sick voice. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nobody plays it like me. Nobody plays it like me. Taking my banjo on my knee. Nobody plays it like me. Nobody plays it like me. Nobody plays it like me. Taking my banjo on my knee. Nobody plays it like me. Page 50. Nobody plays it like me. Nobody plays it like me. Taking my banjo on my knee. Nobody plays it like me. Nobody plays it like me. Nobody plays it like me. Taking my banjo on my knee. Nobody plays it like me. That was a strum of a G chord at the end.